Oh, hello everyone. I'm going to give an overview of what it is, of course, the hackathon, the details of the projects that is, of course, are being done. So at first, the theme of the project is about utilization of technology system from companies such as Huawei, Oracle, IBM, and Siemens so as to enhance academic students. So we are using various technologies they have, such as artificial intelligence, cloud enterprise applications. So the key agenda of it is to enable students to learn how that, of course, their technologies work, and it could assist them with the various projects that, of course, they have. So a brief description is that at first, the problem here is that most students after graduation are unable to find employment due to, let's say, it could be lack of experience of technical skills. And then in some scenarios, most companies, they tend to examine most of the CVs are being submitted, but then it's just the academics. Yes, say you got a second type of honors, and that's just it. So there's a lot of similarity. And then from what, let's say, my own experience, most companies, they usually are keen on examining other aspects such as experience, or maybe what knowledge that, of course, you have of their company. It could be information technology. They could ask, have you ever used their cloud services before? Maybe how have you been able to incorporate in, let's say, whichever business that you have. And then in some scenarios, there are usually certification courses. Companies usually offer like badges to add to your CV. So some are actually a bit complex, like when they associate the professional, maybe the other experienced one. So we were actually trying to use their own technologies that, of course, to address some of the challenges because they have, like how we the team that, of course, we in all of the some of the students who are part of the team, I've actually illustrated how they could use cloud and artificial intelligence, mainly from Oracle and Huawei. And then there are also some that also specialize in Microsoft, for instance. So the key agenda is that we tend to impact those technical skills, that it could be a certification. It could be like at one point you could be asked which kind of cloud service you've actually been able to use. So the subjective matter is that maybe I should actually have vetted that it was actually a question of academia, whereby we are trying to assist people understand, aside from the academics of what the university actually is required, there's also the, let's say, that sense of technical skills that also other companies could be examining, which that they could be examining for you. Let's say it could be for mainly for employment purposes. So now the key agenda is that based on the portfolio, we've actually assisted some few students doing some certification courses for, like, this one for Huawei called Huawei Learn and Security. We've enabled them to at least pursue those courses. We give them some of the questions that for the exam. So in a way, it's more like we give them like question and answer material to revise. It's much simplistic rather than having to read an entire documentation of it. Also, now the main objective was ensuring that students are able to pass those certification courses, that they could at least have a presentable portfolio to place on their CVs. And then in some scenarios, like when it comes to graduation, we usually require to have a project. So we also tend to examine infrastructure. Mainly, we do have like some form of programs from mainly Oracle and Huawei, which we actually use, like it could be the analytics, which we incorporate into their own projects to at least ensure that by the time they've graduated, it could help them in their projects. Maybe assuming they are looking for any position in another company, it could give them like that sense of an edge. So yes, we also at times assist some of the students in in-person events that various companies such as Oracle, which of course they could have. And yes, we currently, there are one participant whom we've applied for the Huawei Innovation Challenge, which is a global event. We actually in the preliminary stages hoping of being shortlisted. So it actually, the projects which we are using is about mainly healthcare, the pharmaceuticals, and how better ways that, of course, we can incorporate, let's say, information technology in the day-to-day lives of various patients in hospitals. So in essence, of course, we've actually reached out to we are working with some representatives from companies, mainly from IBM, Oracle, and Siemens, to better understand our projects. And then we impact that knowledge towards other students. So for the Siemens, we also, like what this is actually a screenshot or email that illustrates the webinars that you, of course, which you're usually required to attend for, mainly for you to like pass a certification course. It can give you like that better understanding of what is actually required, what it takes, right? And then this screenshot, it's just a simulation of, or just an illustration of our participation. But we applied for the 2023 innovation competition. One student who is part of our team actually takes part in them. And then this is actually an image illustrating how we have, how, as I said, another particular students, how they were able to get at least a higher grade to pass. It was actually a mock exam for the WILAN, which at times most recruiters tend to be keen on, or some of the in-person events which, as I say, some I attended, some the other people attended. It was actually mainly in Oracle Office 14th floor, whereby some professionals tend to give you a greater insight of what's actually required regarding their use of cloud. But now for the employment, they don't. But then you could actually add it to your CV. It could make you stand out from the rest. Oh, this is actually I hope it's clear from here. It's actually a certification because it was actually mine, which actually scored. It was actually it's 5.7% or sometime last year. So the project that of course are being done. It's a screenshot of the application. This one from Huawei. It's something known as iCube. There are various contents like AI and data analytics that we use for our projects. This is also a screenshot of it's biomedical interactions of how, let's say this one was about anti-acidic drugs, mainly for hyperacidity. We're actually trying to simulate how well it can actually be used for various conditions like type of foods. It could be a spicy, whereby various drugs operate in different environments. So this is actually a portfolio of, let's say, some of the companies which we have to participate in hackathons. Like there's one for the Pamoja Innovation, Pamoja Hackathon. Then one that of course was for the with a company from GIZ regarding the UN Innovators Award. Also featurized, also participate in the RS Innovation Championship. These are just screenshots, just illustrate the level of achievements we've been able to take place. Thank you.